Stablecoins have emerged as a volatility-free alternative to regular cryptocurrencies and a hassle-free alternative to plain old fiat currency. And as time passed and adoption increased, demand for various stablecoin-related services shot up. For example, why not earn interest on your stablecoin holdings by becoming a lender? Or why not raise money by borrowing stablecoins if you run a trustworthy business? Clearpool enables you to do just that by representing a decentralized marketplace for whitelisted institutional borrowers that want to raise unsecured capital, with such borrowers being vetted by Clearpool before receiving access to this funding option, and lenders that are on the lookout for worthwhile risk-adjusted rates, with you as a lender simply connecting your wallet to the app, choosing the pool you want to lend and receive CP tokens associated with the pool in question, sending the amount of USDC you have decided to lend and approving the transaction, withdrawing liquidity when necessary if said liquidity is available. The less liquid a pool is, the more generously you'll be rewarded through higher interest rates, and claiming Cpool rewards, with Cpool being the utility and governance token of Clearpool through which lenders are further incentivized. To provide a coherent lending framework, insurance exists as a safety measure, and a certain percentage of the pool interest is allocated toward an insurance account that can be tapped by CP token holders in the event of a default, with an auction-oriented approach taking place in such instances. Finally, while insurance accounts are pool specific, there's also something called a reserve pool, a single pool which also receives a pool interest percentage and funds used for development and Cpool buybacks.
Clearpool and Flare. Wow, very cool. It's full screen this. So you see here, Clearpool to launch Yield Vault for Hex_Trust new stablecoin, which is called Usdx on Flare networks. Interesting. New product. It's dedicated to Cpool. Enables USDX to be staked to earn real-world yield plus bonus Flare incentives. Awesome. Launched by Hex Trust, digital asset custodian with billions in assets under custody. USDX is backed by a 1-1 against the US dollar or equivalently valued assets. Reserves primarily consist of 1 to 3 month T-bills securely held by regulated Tier 1 financial institutions. This guy, who's Hugo Filion, who is the co-founder of Flare, some of you guys are familiar with him and so on, said the collaboration between USDX and Clearpool, guys, listen to this, on Flare delivers a 1-1 backed stable asset with immediate access to real-world yield. That's awesome. This will be particularly useful for F-asset agents putting their stable collateral to work even while it's locked in the system. Now it says learn more. I think we should learn more because not every day that we get to talk about like Clearpool with Flare or some of these other ones, but especially with Flare, right? So I'm going to take you on over to here. Here's the Medium article. It was posted 15 hours ago, right? About this whole thing of Clearpool to launch a yield vault for Hex Trust new stablecoin USDX on Flare. I'm not going to mention everything I just mentioned to you guys, but the key thing is recognizing what's going on with, for example, Clearpool, because like it says, USDX can be staked to a dedicated T-pool on Clearpool to earn real-world yield. Like it also mentions flexibility to deposit, withdraw at any time. That's the one thing that a lot of people do love about Clearpool. Without the lockup periods, maximizing returns through both the base yield and bonus Flare incentives, guys. A little bit more about this. Clearpool returns CUSDX, which can be used in collateral and Flare labs. That's, of course, if you stake USDX. This is actually done through Flare's asset system and supporting the use of non-smart contract assets such as BTC and even Doge in the DeFi space on Flare. That is super cool. I already read that quote by Hugo. I want to read this one by Jacob Krohn-Beichler. And by the way, I may possibly be able to get Jacob on the show. I did get a message from Clearpool, because they follow me. They've been following me for a while, in which that may happen. That'd be super cool. We'll be glad to do it since it was the first project I ever covered. So I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know when that would happen. Got to work things out to make it happen. But here's the quote from Jacob, CEO and co-founder of Clearpool. He states, Clearpool is the leading Look at that, guys. Borrowing and lending DApp active on the top EVM compatible chains. Launching a custom T-pool for Usdx on Flare is great for both everyday users who want to earn a real-world yield from their stable holdings and for F assets agents who earn additional yield for their USDX while it's collateralized in the system. I'm telling you guys flat out, talk about utility in motion. Clearpool is a great example of your utility put into motion because there's numerous, bridging with like Polygon and Mantle and all these other projects. I think Avalanche. Now you got this whole thing with Flare. What else will Clearpool basically look to do here soon? So very, very cool to see this. Of course, there's more updates, but basically it's the new news. I will read this last part. The launch of Flare marks Clearpool's expansion to its 7th blockchain. Yeah, that's one area I definitely want to highlight. Look all the ones that Clearpool has done since late 2021, guys. So it wasn't just Ethereum. They expanded so much. Polygon's ZK EVM. We talked about that a while back. Optimism, Mantle, Avalanche. So I was right about that. New product, a yield vault for stable coins, guys. Again, think about that. That's bullish. Clear testament to Clearpool's ongoing innovation development, meeting the rising demand within the ecosystem, earning real yield. Clearpool is up over 400% in the last year. You may feel as though you missed it when it comes to Clearpool. Let me tell you this, you haven't. But recognizing, entry points and so on. Not financial advice, but man, Clearpool, worth looking into if you haven't done so already. So let me close that out. I'm going to point out one last thing in regards to this in my notes. Okay. So we talked about this whole thing of, Clearpool to launch the yield vault for Hex Trust new stablecoin USDX, of course, on Flare. I want to point this out real quick. So it is significant. There's 3 main things I just want to wrap it up with, and that is the whole concept of yield on stablecoin in Flare, part of the mix with Clearpool. So it allows users to earn yield, of course, on the USDX holdings. And this whole thing of this stablecoin pegged to the US dollar, traditionally stablecoins don't offer, if you didn't know about this, interest because they are pegged to a fiat currency. But this innovation could incentivize more users to, of course, hold USDX with an X, like, the X platform, X gonna give it to you, not USDS. So I just want to state that. Real world yield, the yield earned through Clearpool's T-pool will be based on real world assets like T-bills, and that's generally considered a safe investment. It's not financial advice, right? Right. But it could attract users who are looking for a stable return on their investment. Everybody's looking for a stable return on investment. So that is utility in motion. What about benefits? Regards to like even with what Flare offers with their agents. Flare's F assets are locked collateral that can be used in various DeFi applications. But what about with Clearpool? F assets agents can earn yield on their USDX collateral even when it's locked in the system, making the Flare network more capital efficient. Capital efficient. Connecting to who? Clearpool, which is a capital markets ecosystem. Yeah, you can have an idea of why they came together, right? Overall, you guys got to keep in mind this collaboration does increase the adoption of both USDX and Flare by providing users with new ways to earn returns, of course, on their holdings. It demonstrates the potential of Flare to integrate with other DeFi protocols to offer innovative financial products. That's a win for Clearpool, a win for Flare, and a win for us who are trying to earn yields. For Flare and Clearpool moving forward, this collaboration, guys, could be a springboard for further innovation. They can explore integration or integrating other DeFi protocols into their ecosystem and even offer users a wider range of investment opportunities. They can even add additionally, work with the whole thing of improving scalability, efficiency of their platforms to accommodate more users. But again, Clearpool and Flare, it definitely caught my attention. I was like, oh boy, gotta share it with you guys tonight because we do talk about Flare every so often. Some of you guys ask what cold storage solution I use. I use this, and it is the Decent Wallet. All right. I also, of course, have a ledger like this. All right. You can get a discount basically from going into the affiliate link, which is in all the live video descriptions and recorded and so on. And for the yahoos that are out there, they're like, this is just a shield. And, you know, we'll fix point this out. And it's a great point. Were you aware that you don't necessarily get a discount link just going straight to the site? No, you actually have to go through a platform like this. So how cool is that? You know, I don't think anybody's complaining about that. But anyway, use the link, get a discount. There's another one here. If you're the type of person you want to get one for you and your, you know, significant other, you can get 2 of them. They actually have another promotion, which is this, and I think this is cool. You can get an all-in-one card wallet plus backup card package. Interesting. I thought that was cool. And again, one of the main key things I like about the Descent wallet is not having to do the red tape of, you know, jumping through all the hoops for XDC and the custom folder. I mean, Edward Vincent can vouch on that. Some of you guys can too as well in regards to Ledger. That was a pain in the butt. You don't have that problem. You literally open up your phone, it's on your app, track everything that's going on, right? And, you know, saying goes, not your keys, not your crypto. You know the drill. Check it all out, though, if you wish to do so. It is truly the cold storage solution that I use for the most part. There's still some on Ledger that, you know, I kind of split it up on it and so on. So it is what it is. But if I have preference over one, I'm going with this one. A lot easier to use and so on. And some people, even to this day, still ask me which one to use.